Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Silos Comics. My name is Carlos, and today I'll be doing another review of another of my weekly reviews. I'll be reviewing a book that I read this Wednesday. Is from Marvel, and it's Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, Volume 1. This is the hardcover edition. So pretty much this book right here, it contains from the series, the Darth Vader series from 2017, issues 1 to 12. There is a second volume collecting the remaining pieces of the story, and there is going to be, I believe, an omnibus collecting the whole thing plus some other work. So you guys can keep a lookout for that. But yeah, so this is volume 1. So overall, it's a great story. It pretty much follows Darth Vader after Padme's death, right after he turns into a Sith. It goes into a little bit of the little things that he still needs to do to be a full-fledged Sith Lord. So that's pretty much the story. It goes, the Emperor pretty much sending him in little missions in order to complete his conversion. We can see a lot of, not friction, but distrust from Vader towards the Emperor at the beginning, and obviously, you know, he's with the Dark Force, Dark Side, or whatever, so he's not gonna trust him completely. Regardless, he's also with Dark Side. But some of the first things that he has to do now that he's, a Sith, he has to get a new lightsaber, and like they explain in the book, the lightsaber is not given to them. He has to take it by force from another Jedi. Now this takes place after the whole Order 66, which killed most of the Jedis. So his task of getting a new lightsaber is kind of a little more difficult or challenging in the sense that he has to find people that survive the executions, and to do so is people that already have, they were already in hiding or away from the whole situation. So he does find somebody. I believe his name was Infil A or something like that. An awesome character, like badass looking dude with 2 man buns, a big ass scar in the chest. So the design for that character was pretty badass. He has to go. He finds him through the whole process. Like he's doing it himself with the help of a droid, and he pretty much encounters like stormtroopers and clones and stuff like that, but he doesn't reveal who he is yet, so he still ends up killing his own people. When he does find this person, like he challenges him, it's difficult at first, but then Vader goes and does what needs to be done. He managed to get the lightsaber and get rid of this Jedi. The action, like the fighting scenes, is actually pretty dope. Like the art, like the whole like Vader thing is pretty cool. I guess. I'm aware of, I have seen the movies, but I wasn't like a big fan of like comic books. I haven't read any Star Wars comic books until recently, and the more I read like the Darth Vader kind of series, the more I enjoyed the Star Wars like in general, and it made me want to like read more and more of this subject. But Darth Vader, definitely one of my favorite like series so far. We got him fighting that guy, and then when he gets the saber, he gets the crystal, and he has to, like they say in the book, is red because it's made to bleed. So I thought that was fantastic. We do see him trying to make the crystal bleed. He gets 2 visions, which I thought like at first when he had the first vision, I didn't know it was a vision, and I was like, oh, it's not, but like I know like that didn't happen obviously because of the movies, but it was a nice little touch. We do see through the whole story, through the whole 12 issues, a little bit of a fight that he still has some of the light within him. He's struggling to fully go into the dark side, until the last few issues where like they kind of portray that he does go full into the dark side, but that's almost at the end of these 12 issues. After he obtains the lightsaber, he does have a little more missions from the Emperor Palpatine. he there is one thing though that I thought was pretty dope. Um, the introduction of the Inquisitors. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. But yeah, I think it was pretty cool because I recently just played the Fallen Order, and that's my first like introduction to like this the Nin sister, the Six sister, and all of these characters. So I thought it was badass, and then to actually see like when they're where they're coming from and all that stuff, and the how Vader influenced that group. I thought it was dope. It gave me more information than what the video game did. So pretty cool stuff. The ending arc, or like semi-ending arc, where Vader has to pretty much look for another Jedi. And her name was Jocasta. She was like a sort of a master of the archives of the knowledge and stuff from the Jedi Temple. She has to look for her. Palpatine doesn't tell him exactly why. He just knows that he has to make sure that to capture her alive. Through the whole thing, like he managed to find her. We find out the reason why. I know this book came out like 5 years ago, so you've been warned. Like spoiler a little bit. She has a list of child force sensitive kids that are out there in the galaxy that she was trying to recover from the temple where it was stored in order to kind of rebuild the Jedi Knights. Now Vader managed to capture her. She pretty much tells him, you know why Palpatine wants this information is just to make more of you, and he kind of didn't like that, so he pretty much destroyed this list, which is, it's good for the Jedi's and stuff, but you can tell that he wasn't fully on board with having more people like him. But then again, he is evil, but then he wants to, I don't know, he still had that light within him type of thing. So it was a nice touch. The later chapters, you see a little more of like a confrontation between Vader and Palpatine, in the sense that he confronts saying like, why are you testing me, or like, did you send these people to try and kill me? Did you put the kill order on me? And you will assume that there will be some disagreement, and then they will like fight or something. But no, like Palpatine pretty much told him like, I know, like he played to his confidence, telling him like, did you thought you were gonna die? No. Okay, then like why are you complaining? We do see at the end that he has to take some steps in order for people to know that he is kind of like his right hand man, that he's his voice as well. So Palpatine goes to the generals or whatever his army and tells them, this is Vader, this is Lord Vader. Anything that he says is as I'm saying it. Anything that he commands is that I'm commanding it. And to make an example out of people like not trusting him or not like respecting his authority and stuff, Vader chooses 5 people at random, which I don't think it's as much as random, because he was meditating and had a vision of some people, so he chose 5 people and killed them in front of the generals. So just to send a message saying like, don't mess with me type of thing, I have the power. And that's pretty much how he ends. Well, it ends with him meditating, and you can see the remaining light within him kind of being overtaken by the dark side. It was dope. The meditation scenes, like the way that they portray it, I liked it. We do get just a few panels of that, but it was nicely done, because you can see like his body meditating with like the darkness and light within him, and some light, like little representations by like butterfly looking creatures, and then being destroyed by the dark side. Overall, it was a great story. Like I said, 12 issues from the 2017 Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith. There is a volume 2. It's also collecting hardcover. And like I said, I know they recently just announced there's going to be an omnibus collecting these 2 volumes plus some other work. There was some additional extra content besides, some of the variant covers within each issue. But it was called an extra story called Good Deed, No Good Deed. So pretty much like with the phrase that goes, no good deed goes unpunished. That's pretty much it. A little like short story, which was kind of funny. Like it wasn't like meant to be taken seriously, but it was kind of cute. So that was a nice little bonus at the end, just to like go from like the overall like seriousness and like action and dark side of the whole like comic book to a little more like funny, still like dark because of the killing, but funny sense of it. So really recommend it. I personally would give it a 9 out of 10. It was an amazing story. It was the art and everything went well together, and I'm just giving it a 9. I'm not giving it anything higher, just because I think some of the fight scenes could have been a little more exaggerated to give it a little more punch, and just the fact that Vader just agreed without like so much of a complaint to whatever Palpatine was telling him about like the kill order and like all these little like tests that he's putting him through. Just kind of like felt like, if you're a dark, like if you're using the dark side, wouldn't you be a little more confrontational, like more angry and like just more furious about stuff? So I felt like it could have been a little bit more on that side. But overall, a great story. I would definitely recommend it. Anybody that has not read, I guess, any Star Wars, I think they can definitely enjoy it. They do have the little introduction at the beginning, like the little, how in the movies with the title scene or whatever rolling. I feel like, yeah, I feel like anybody can enjoy it. So definitely a 9 out of 10. And with that, that's that. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have read this series so far, if you have this book, or if you're looking to get it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time.